I'm gonna make this short. It's too dark for me. I'm driving right now and I'm filming, so a little too dark to see me. But yeah, I'm here. I'm driving to my first location. So bodybuilding construction, week 1. Tomorrow is gonna be the first day of work. I just got done with my last lift that won't be a full body lift. Throughout the season, I'm gonna have to be switching up my bodybuilding routine drastically. It'll be fun though to see what I can do and the gains that I'll make in the time being. Oh, now you can see me just for a second there. So I got about an hour and a half left of driving yet to go for me, and then I will be staying at my lovely aunt and uncle's farm, which is very close to the first spot I'll be working at tomorrow morning. So yeah, that'll boot off the road construction season for this year. We're planning to do a couple mini cuts, a little bit of bulking if possible, and a whole lot of maintenance, whole lot of main gaining. Even if I don't main gain and I just maintain the muscle that I have built over the winter, over these last, I'd say, about 5 months, maybe almost 6 months now of layoff season, away from the road construction and away from a busy work schedule, to allow me the time to lift upwards of 5 days a week, sometimes 6, rarely 7, sometimes mostly 6 days a week of lifting, cardio, 30 minutes every day. Of course, I listen to Sam. But yeah, either way, as long as I get the points across and share with you the knowledge that I gain from this construction season that pertains to bodybuilding and overall health and fitness goals and whatnot, the big focus is going to be eating and sleeping, burning a lot of calories daily. So I got to rest up, I got to eat up. I need to eat a lot, even just to maintain. So I could eat thousands of calories in a day, even eating junk food, and I might still be in the deficit. So in a deficit could be okay. I'm currently 200 pounds at 5'8", so you know, I could definitely lose a little bit. But you know, I'm relatively strong, but I'm not 200 pounds lean. Let's just put it at that. So yeah, I've got a little bit of weight to lose. So a calorie deficit could be a great thing for me, but we got to take it slow. We got to take it slow. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do my best to go as slow as possible with losing weight. I really want to keep the chance and the risk of losing muscle mass as low as possible. Will I possibly lose some? Absolutely. If I lose a small amount, will it be a big issue? No. But if I don't watch what I'm eating, then I could really get into some trouble with even just maintaining the muscle mass that I put on. So I'm 200 pounds now, probably 30% body fat, maybe even a little over that, possibly a little under that. I'm not for sure. My current physique is, it's physiquing. I wouldn't say that it's, it's not giving fake natty vibes or anything wild like that, but I'm very happy with it. I'm in a better spot, and I'm stronger in all places, and in terms of size as well, not just strictly strength. I'm definitely the biggest I've ever been, and I don't just mean by the what it says on the scale. I mean, yes, I've never weighed 200 pounds before, so yes, I am the biggest I've ever been, but hey, okay, my arms have never been this size, my chest, my, et cetera, right? My shoulders and my legs. Yes, I know, never even gotten them to the size that they are now before, but okay, I'm getting there, guys, all right? And just, this is another, way of just, I'm not a professional, guys, so don't, take everything that I'm, saying and, run with it and then, if you don't get the same results as me, come complain to me, right? This is my journey and my story, and I'm telling you guys what I'm doing to get the results that I have and that I'll continue to be getting. And these results, I can assure you, will only be better from here on out. So it'll be fun to get a little freaky looking, get a little lean. Maybe not as lean as I got last year. So this is my second year of construction as well. It's about a 6 to 7 month work season, and then you get laid off for the rest of the year. You go back onto the work once that layoff time is over. Essentially, once the weather gets warm enough to get back to building roads. So, the good thing about my job, I'd say, the things that I'm glad that I have access to, is the fact that there's a lot of steel, there's a lot of heavy stuff, there's a lot of things to grab onto. So my muscles, most muscles, will be used day to day. Even if I, do the extra credit of actually trying to add a little bit of a mind-muscle connection on top of the focus of my work, then, I'll just get a little more bang for my buck there. The things that I'm worried about is, one, how many calories I can burn in a day. Burning thousands means you got to eat thousands more calories. It does mean that you get to eat a lot, and sometimes that's very fun. But I'm the type of person where, if I do move a lot, and especially all day, I'm going to be burning a lot of calories. The other risk that I'm a little worried about is maybe over fatiguing certain muscle groups, potentially the forearms, potentially the biceps at times, possibly shoulders. So got to work hard, but also got to play it safe. Same exact things that go in the gym. It just it's not just focused on hypertrophy. That's another thing as well, is that a lot of the strength and a lot of the work that I put in over the construction work is not necessarily hypertrophy based, but nonetheless, for maintaining muscle, I truly believe that using even explosive strength is a good way to keep muscle. It still uses the muscle fibers to, with a high intensity. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing what it will do to my physique. And overall, just trying to stay close to maintenance calories. So how I'll be doing that is probably rough calculations for certain days, and hopefully a more accurate calculation for other days. I normally wear an Apple Watch to track the calories that I burn when I'm on my normal routine, going to the gym, etc., doing my 30 minutes of daily cardio, etc., going on a walk, whatnot. My Apple Watch will track that. Even though my Apple Watch is cheap, I got the Brokey watch, like the SE or whatever. I bought a Fitbit. It was a lot cheaper than my Apple Watch. So if I break it, because it's quite likely that I could break a little device on my wrist working road construction around a bunch of metal and this or that, at least replacing the Fitbit won't be as bad. And I'll definitely be tracking the type of work days that I go through. Also, the Fitbit battery life is much better than the Apple Watch, and I don't care about all those extra features while I'm out working construction. I just wanted to give me a rough estimate on how many calories I might be burning on a busier day, on a slower day, on a 10-hour day, on a 14-hour day, on a 6-hour day, and all that. And I'll log that pretty closely for the first few weeks, and then later on in the year, if I work an 8-hour day, I can maybe just compare it to old records, and depending on how intense of a day it was, and then depending on, as well as my goal, base my calorie intake on that. So let's say it was an 8-hour day, but it was a busy day. It was hot, we were working hard, I was sweating all day, drinking a lot of water, staying hydrated, but just working all day. In that case, and I look back to the first, and this is maybe a couple months into the season, hypothetically, I can look back into the first, week or two where I maybe had a similar day. 8 hours, just simple notes. All I got to take is simple notes. 8-hour day, high intensity for 6 hours. Maybe 2 hours were a little slower paced. We were waiting for materials, or the stuff we were doing wasn't as heavy, maybe, stuff like that. I can compare the note, and in that week, perchance, if I'm attempting to bulk and I want to have my calories at the grand total of 4,000 at the end of the day, and on my notes it calculates that I'll burn roughly 2,000 on a day like that, then I'll definitely write maybe 2,000, maybe even 2,200 calories, and I'll overestimate how many calories that I burned, just so that I can eat more and enough calories to make sure that I'm not only maintaining, but hopefully getting into a surplus, and then maybe get up to 4,500 calories or whatnot. If my goal that week was to bulk. If my goal that week was to cut and burn a little fat, lose a little bit of weight, then, it'd probably be easier. I could probably assume, well, maybe I only burn 2,000 calories. Approximately 2,000. And then I'll do my best to get into a calorie deficit under 1,000 calories, but even if and I'd say close to 500. And if I'm even in a calorie deficit of 200 calories, that's a dub. I essentially got to where I wanted to be. Will I burn as much fat as I wanted to? No. But it definitely will. It's never a bad thing. Like I said, I'm trying to take it slow. It's never going to be a bad thing to just slow down the rate at which I'm burning fat. Because, one, it gives me a little bit of a higher chance to recomp and potentially put on a little bit of muscle while burning that fat. And two, it really decreases the risk and the chance of me losing muscle mass, which is the big no-no, which is what we're trying to avoid all year. And then again, 1 to 2 days on the average work week where I work pretty hard, 5 to 6 days a week, I should definitely try to get 1 day of rest. But 1 day will be very, very focused on hypertrophy. Again, the sleep is going to be extremely important. That's going to be my main focus. Sleep, eating. If I have those two down, my muscle is really not going to go anywhere. But to not only make sure and ensure that there is not a risk of it going anywhere, and also allow myself to have the possibilities of actually making more gains, I will have to have 1 day. Maybe I won't always have to, but most weeks I will dedicate 1 day to a hypertrophy-based strength training day. Hypertrophy-based regular-ass bodybuilding lift day. But it's got to be full body, and that's all I need per week. I know you guys are probably like, what in the Mike Menser? Like, trust me. Trust, okay? And hey, and if I get proven wrong, I'm just going to prove myself wrong and put myself out there like a dumbass on YouTube. So, alright? So, you don't got to believe in me, but I believe in me, alright? So, the full body day, focused on hypertrophy, will allow me to use, all, if not most, if not all of my muscles, is kind of the goal. I'm really trying to hit head to toe. Okay, maybe I'm not crazy about neck training, trap training, whatever. I'm not like totally going for a sleeper build, but I also don't care about, I want to be able to breathe. I'm not a huge fan of having big ass neck. Like, if that's your thing, you do you. But head to toe, maybe except for the neck, head to toe. That means maybe 6 exercises. 4 to 6 exercises I can hit my entire body. If I go hard and I focus on the numbers that I'm lifting, and I really focus on that eccentric and that control of the weight, and I take that advantage of my day off, which will probably be a Sunday, where we won't be working. If I use that Sunday to really focus on just allowing my body to, allowing my muscles to get stretched on the eccentric with a heavy load, then I truly believe not only will I make minor gains and slow gains over time, but it will ensure that I can maintain the gains. Hopefully gain, but at least maintain. That's definitely the big thing. First couple weeks, we'll see how exhausted I get. If I'm extremely fatigued, if I'm extremely sleep deprived, I will do my best to never be in that state, but chances are that will happen at least once or twice throughout this work season. If I'm sleep deprived, I will focus on not going to destroy my body more and rip my muscle fibers apart more, but to rest, to sleep, to eat enough, and to sleep, to fuel my body, give myself enough nutrients to not only feed my muscles what they need to maintain, but also potentially give them, enough nutrients to grow. So, and then definitely my mind will just need the rest. So yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. Sorry again for the dark vlog. We'll definitely I'll definitely work on being more timely with my clips. But yeah, I had a great last hypertrophy based lift that wasn't full body. I did a push day today. If I had a spotter, I definitely would have loved to incline dumbbell bench, which is what I started out with today. I would have loved to do the 95s. I've gotten those for pretty good numbers before, but for some pretty good sets, but I just stuck with the 90s as I didn't have a spotter today. So, but that went well. A couple sets with that, some good incline dumbbell flies, and I took notes on this lift as well, so I'll have records as well. Ask me questions, guys. If you ever want to know numbers on, what did you overhead press on that week or whatever, or how many, what was your weight looking like? I'll be keeping an eye on the scale too. I haven't even mentioned this probably, but I'm 200 pounds now. Every week, I'll be very closely looking at what happens on the scale. That's the best way for me to know, and the strength that I have in the gym will be the best way for me to know where my muscle is or whatever, because we all know body dysmorphia exists, and I might feel like I lost all my muscle in a week, but we all know that's impossible. So well, I think, even if you have like a chronic illness, like, I feel like it would take more than a week. So, but you know what I mean, guys, like sometimes you wake up and you're like, or you feel like you just feel shredded or whatever, and then you eat one meal and you're just like, I don't know. But yeah, the plan is to just keep looks maxing and just keep it going. So I'm ready to make gains, make more progress, learn more about just bodybuilding in general, and then in this hybrid sort of training. Got to make the money, gotta, I can't live in my mom's basement for forever. So, yeah, it's going to be a good time. We're going to make it as good of a time as we can. So, thank you guys so much for, watching. If you're actually going through all this, please ask me questions in the comments. I would love to stay in touch with, any of my viewers, my friends, my family that are watching this. So, yeah, I'll be updating this too. Probably doing a video, maybe not even every week, but hopefully at least a couple a month. So we'll just see. How the schedule goes, and we'll try to get some. I'll try my best to keep you guys in the loop, keep you guys in touch with what's been going on.